Hey boaters, welcome to another Pardo walkthrough. This time we are on a gorgeous 2024 Pardo 43. Unlike any we've seen before, starting with the color, but also this Pardo belongs to a second-time Pardo owner. So they were very meticulous in the details, the options, the features they put on this boat. We want to take you through every part of it. I'm Sebastian from the Pardo Yachts Miami team. We've delivered more 43s than any other dealer, so let's get into what makes this one extra special. I am not exaggerating when I say I've never seen a pre-owned Pardo in this condition. Hats off to the owner. This boat looks like it got off the ship yesterday. From the floor, the caulking, the details around the edges of the platform. But what really makes it a standout from close up and far away are the color choices that were made here. So this is a Pardo Chalk, which I absolutely love. It's a non-metallic color. In the light, in the dark, it always looks bright. It always stands out against the water. So we'll see that in the whole shots from the exterior. But as you can see, inside, all through here, we have this, plus meticulously coordinated with the other colors on the boat. So we've got the plata color silver text, which obviously goes very well, but we have subtle details like the black piping, we have black stripes on the exterior of the boat, and we have this weathered black caulking flexi-teak all throughout the hull. So really well matched. And I have to say, I've seen this boat at boat shows, I've seen it across Miami Beach, and now up close, and the color is a standout. I actually really like the non-metallic. I know that metallics are more in now. We see a lot of those more often. But when you see a really glossy, beautiful Porsche Chalk like this, it's really a standout. So hats off. What else do we have on this Pardo that makes it unique? Well, I mentioned a few things. Number one is that this is a second-time Pardo owner. What that means is that they know exactly what features they use on the boat and which ones maybe look nice, sound nice, but they didn't end up using. So everything on this Pardo is well set up and thought through for the usage here in Florida. This owner goes to Bahamas, goes to Bimini. So they thought through not only the exterior use, but how they're using the cabins, how their family uses it. So that's what we want to check out today. One thing I want to mention, for example, you might say, well, great, they only thought about the features that they use, but what's missing? I'll give you one example. Right now, we have a great feature on our 43s and our 50s, which is a carbon fiber shower, which plugs in actually right here into the boat, and you have this beautiful shower on your platform. This owner had it, never used it, and always used the included shower right here. Now, what's the benefit of working with Pardo Yachts Miami? As I mentioned, we've delivered dozens of Pardo 43s. We install that for you. We have all these parts. So if you decide, after you buy a boat like this, what features you need, we can install those for you right here. We can install a Starlink, all those types of things. But that experience from a Pardo owner is very valuable. So I would say, from my experience, this boat has everything you need. If you need something else, you add it. Well, let's walk through some of those. Now, if you're familiar with Pardo 43s, you know that you've got this flexible opening table, which can actually also go down and create another sunbed area right here. You've got adjustable rests on either end. So these can move this way. You can have an extended sunbed. You can turn this into a sunbed pillow. And on this end, you can create a forward-facing bench. So I really like these features. Plus, if you have the sunbed configured here, you also have this as a pillow. And on the back sunbed, you have these adjustable 2 levels here where you can create a recliner for your guests. So that's really nice. Now, the sunbed is multi-use. This is a large storage area below here. You fit all of your toys, sea bobs, this type of thing. You can actually fit a lot here. So not quite big enough for a tender. For that, you're gonna have to upgrade to the 50, but you can fit a small one on the platform because this is a hydraulic platform, goes well into the water, and this really is probably my favorite feature across the board on a 43 or a 50. Now going forward, you have a lot of the features that our best 43s have. Of course, you're going to have that extendable electric bimini, which goes to about here. So sun tanners can still get their sun. Everyone dining is nicely shaded. Plus you have a bimini on the bow that you can install as well. So you can really create a scenario where just about everyone is covered from the sun, which for a lot of people is really big, especially here in the summer. That heat really brings down, adds some unpleasant sunburn sometimes. So it's nice to have that shade and let the breeze in. Obviously, Pardo is designed to have this walk around feel. The 43 is really the Pardo that established this. It was the first Pardo back in 2016. And from there, we've gone down to the 38 and up to the 50 and now the 75 plus the 60 and everything in between. But this one really set the stage for what it is to have a comfortable walk around Pardo, full level, lots of beam on this 43, of course. And like every Pardo, we've got high gunnels, wide gunnels. So naturally one starts to sit on the side here. And what this means is that not only is it comfortable for kids, you've got handrails the full length of the boat here. You've got these stainless steel gates that close, keep pets, keep kids inside safely while you're underway. But you also create a new seating platform. So it opens up the boat a lot. You might have some people hanging out here, sitting down, a few of us having a conversation on the side of the boat. Even at the bow, you have this full all the way to the bow, which makes it feel really safe and comfortable the whole way. I really like that. Now, what else do you need when you're here enjoying the sun, enjoying time with friends? You need coolers, you need fridges. So we have two on either end here. Get your champagne ready. These are fridges and freezers. So if you've got alcohol, throw it on freezer setting. If you're going for the weekend to the Bahamas, you can use this as a freezer for food, this type of thing. You also have additional fridges in the galley area, which is conveniently next to, of course, your cooktop, where you've got your burners right here. You've also got your trash cans right over here. So everything's really well thought out on the 43. As I said, it's the flagship for Pardo for a very long time. This is really what created the Pardo feeling in all of our other yachts. Now the Helm on the 43 feels extremely manageable, I think is the best way to put it. So the 50 is a big jump from the 43. It also feels very safe. It has a lot of the safety features that come with Volvo. On the 43, we've got the joystick, which is truly, if you haven't tried this, if you're intimidated by boating, you have to give this a shot because it's a no-brainer. Truly a no-brainer. It feels like you're playing an easy video game. But you've got everything else here, your bow thruster, easily accessible. But on the 43, I'm one step away from my cleat. I'm 2 steps away from my port side cleat. So if you are a first-time boater, we have a lot that are on the 50, but the 43 is going to be your bread and butter. Why not the 38, you might ask? The 38's great. You've got the option for outboards, you've got the option for inboard engines, but you don't have IPS drives. So the ability to turn on a dime with the joystick is unique to IPS. So that's why I would actually put the 43 maybe one step ahead of the 38 as far as intro level easiness for boating. What else do you have here? We've got our double 16-inch screens. So the standard is 12. This owner upgraded to the 16 because you can use these for anything. You can have maps. You can actually set it up to play TV. But you have, importantly, cameras. So you can have night vision cameras like we have here, the FLIR. You can have back-facing cameras. So if you're going into a tight spot, maybe it's just you and one other person, you can have your camera facing back while you're facing forward, trying to get into your slip. Plus, you always have this third screen, which is the standard one that comes with Volvo. So you might have your engine data here, your GPS data here, and your camera views here. It's really everything you need right up front. As I mentioned, this is really designed for ease of use. So not only do I have all my features here, my gyro, my chain counter screens, but I can quickly step forward. Some of the features that this owner, for example, really realized the importance of and wanted to maintain on this boat was the stabilizer. So this 43 has an upgraded stabilizer, 13K gyro by Quick. If you're not familiar with Quick does air-cooled systems rather than water-cooled. This is a big advantage in South Florida because all those water-cooled systems are picking up that junk in the water, that seaweed, etc., which has to be washed out all the time. If it's not washed out every week, you're going to run into issues with maintenance. So having air-cooled systems is always a benefit for us here in Florida. We really like having the gyro for that. We also have the larger generator. So we're always keeping the AC on here in Florida. So if we're going to the Bahamas, if we're spending a night in the Keys, we want to have that AC. We want to be using our cooktop burners, our platform. And so we want to feel safe with that large generator. What else can I tell you? I think at this point, I want to walk you through inside and take a look at some of those great features that we've thought through on the interior, and then we can take a look at the bow. All right, here we are stepping into the 43. Now, the first thing to mention, if you're not familiar with the 43, is the convenience of the control panel. So I love this. You're in, you're out. There's no going into the engine room, hidden under some shelf. You're not getting on your knees. It's right here. You've controlled all the batteries, the engines, anything that requires power on the boat. You've got it right here. It's very convenient. Now, the first thing you might notice if you've seen other 43s is we have the oak interior. So it makes a really nice wood finish. It matches really well with the weathered teak outside. So again, the combinations here were perfect. They, of course, did their own little details you might have seen with the way the bed is decorated. But a few other features to point out that I love here on this 43. One, we've got the interior microwave. So you're cooking outside, you're having a great day, you're going to the Bahamas. It's nice to have that convenience. At first, one might think I don't use the microwave much, but it's really good to have it there as an option, especially if you have kids. That's really big. Also, sound control. So we have the platinum sound system on this Pardo 43. That means that anywhere on the boat, you can hear the music fantastically well. You can connect it to audio devices. Fusion Bluetooth is what we use, and it's an incredible system. Now, what happens if you're inside and you need to control the volume outside, you need to do some switch with the music? Well, you've got a really convenient Fusion control right here. So no need to go outside, switch the track, adjust the volume. Everything you can do outside, you can do right here. So I really like this type of feature. A few other things we have on the 43 inside. We've got our outlets, our AC control right next to the bed, our night lights that are controlled with the tap of a finger. And we have it on both sides too, as well as the controls for the lights. So even more convenient than you might have in your apartment, you have the ability to turn off all the lights from right there. Now, this is comfortable for 43. So look at my headspace. I'm 6 foot. I have at least an inch here. And if I step a little further back, I've got 2 inches. So really good headspace, very comfortable on the 43. And the best part is, this is not our only cabin. We have another one right here. I love this. This is probably the most important feature on the 43 is what we call the bulkhead. The bulkhead creates this enclosure for the other cabin, which really gives it a much larger feel, much better for families, etc. Now, when we come in, we've got comfortable standing space right here for whoever's staying in this cabin. I'm going to duck here a little bit, but there's actually an opening where I can stand up. So you'll see I go right here, right where the helm is. I can stand up, change, etc. But we've got a really cozy space here. We've got storage on both ends. We've got our nice little bedside table with our lights that turn on with the touch of a finger. We also have our own AC controls, our own light controls, and our own switches right here. Now, what I love, another feature that this owner put in is the wine cooler right inside. So it's raining outside, you're hanging out, you're inside. You've got this beautiful wine fridge in the center of the boat, so it's not moving much between waves, etc. Really, really great feature. I love having this on the boat. So we're comfortably seating 2 back here. We've got all of our controls with us. In the main cabin, we have a large queen size bed. We have our microwave. We have all the features and bells and whistles. Plus, what you'll look at now is we have a large dry head for everyone on board. So checking out the dry head, very comfortable space, much larger than what we have on the 38. We actually have our own AC vent in here. So a very important feature for the market here in Florida. This is a feature that actually Pardo Yachts Miami worked with the factory to create, but we now have the ability to add a AC vent into every head. We also have the dry shower with rain shower head. So total luxury, very comfortable, keep this space dry. And what you'll notice throughout the Pardo 43, of course, in the smaller boat size, but even in the larger ones, we're very good about space storage. So the bathroom has a lot of storage. So do these areas in the cabin. Hidden areas below here where you might keep your books, other bedside knickknacks, keys, this type of thing. You've got more storage over here. Even though you have the AC vent here, you still have that storage. And then multiple shelves and even these little sliders. So easy access to your safety equipment right here. All in all, this 43 is not only well equipped and beautiful, but impeccably maintained. As of 2024, there's really, I have to say, I have not seen a 43 in better shape than this pre-owned. So let us know if you're interested. Pardo Yachts Miami is listing this boat and we'd love to hear from you and show you around. We are back on the glorious exterior deck of the 43. And last but not least, I wanted to get you to the bow. This is now another sunbed area, which as I mentioned, you have this really comfortable seating area right here on the gunnels throughout the yacht. You also have your safety handles here. So walking around the Pardos, super simple, super safe, but you not only have your sunbed area here, you also have your bench. So this is where we see a big difference from the 38. This bow space is much larger, much more comfortable. The 50, the only difference is you got one seat right here, but the 43 gets us most of the way there. Plus you have the ability to have a sunshade extended over here. So that is what this Pardo 43 comes with, is that sunshade. You also have your cup holders and you can have a recliner on these seats facing forward as well. This owner decided not to have that because they don't use it, but our team can install that. So that's something that we see in a lot of the 43s. What we love about the walk around that we have set up here is the Platinum sound system as well. We've got 6 speakers, 2 subwoofers. So if you want the Miami Bay to hear you, they will. If you just want to enjoy time with your friends and family, you've got all the speakers you need, and you can set up zones if you're not familiar with Fusion so that you might have sound at a different volume towards the bow than the team at the stern, as well as the team inside the cabin. So you can have those different zones, different volumes. And as we saw, you can also control those from inside so you don't have to come out. That pretty much wraps up our walkthrough of this beautiful 2024 Pardo 43 with only 120 hours. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Truly unique in its features and its colors. I'm Sebastian from Pardo Yachts Miami. If you liked this video, please like it, subscribe. It helps us out a lot. Plus, you get a notification the next time we have one of these beautiful Pardos, and we hope to see you on the next one.